You can see through impact I've got my lines, my alignments, my right shoulder is lower than my left, and I've got the trail arm flexed through impact. Now that, to start off any golf swing, if you understand that, you've got a huge advantage above everyone. Right, we're on. Today we're going to restructure the golf swing. We're going to build a very important part of the golf swing from scratch. So if you're a high handicap golfer, mid golfer, even low handicap golfer, you're going to learn something from this. So it's going to be a 3-part video. We're going to start off with left arm, right arm, then body. We're going to keep this as simple and as fresh as possible. So let's think about the golf swing. Left hand goes on, looking down, seeing 1-2 knuckles on the lead hand. And then from there, all we're going to do is swing that lead arm and try and get the feel for what that lead arm does. There's 2 levers within the golf swing. One's the shaft, one's the lead arm with a hinge in the middle. So these 2 levers, left arm and club shaft, they have to work together. Watch this. Take an alignment cane. Place my golf ball in line with the cane. Let's move these out of the way. And all we're going to do is start off with left hand on only and just back and through. Now we're keeping the left arm straight there. Let the left wrist bend, let that happen. Just let that naturally happen. We're only taking the hand up to hip high and hip high, but let that naturally happen. Now that's keeping structure within the golf swing. What you will find though when doing this is with left hand on only, the club wants to go upwards. You have to resist that. Get the club going round behind you. So the forearm rotates round behind, there we go. So forearm rotation, you can see the badge on my glove points forward. I'm not going up here where the badge points downwards. Badge to target, badge this way, badge now behind me. So there, so the club, it's a rounded action. We're going round here, keeping that left arm straight. Now it's not stiff, it's not wooden, it's just straight, it's stretched. The club pulling away from my body is stretching the lead arm. So round, 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 round. Now how easy is that? That's so easy. That's going to keep the radius of the golf swing through impact from here to here. It's going to maintain the radius from the left shoulder. So we're going to get a good strike every time. If we bend the left arm and add all these funky angles in there, then of course we're in trouble. So just swinging that left arm, feeling the body, feeling how that happens, feeling the stretch of the left arm is going to give you structure and the correct radius within your golf swing. Now, that seems easy. Of course that is easy, isn't it? Look at that. We can all do that. Once we add the trail arm, so my right arm, my right hand, things become a little bit more complicated. So let's apply the trail arm. There. So now I look down again, I can see 2 knuckles on my right hand, 2 knuckles on my lead hand. I'm going to take my lead hand off. Now you can see there's angles there. The arm's flexed at the elbow, and there's an angle at the wrist. So effectively I'm in here, and then there's the club shaft. So I've got 1, 2, 3 lines up there which I need to maintain. So let's move the handle forward. So as I look down, my hands are just ahead of the white line. White line's in the middle of my body, being the cane. And then from there, again, same idea, just rocking backwards and forwards, feeling that motion, but keeping those angles in there. So there's the club shaft angle, there's the forearm angle, and there's the bicep angle. So there's 1, 2, 3 lines. I want to maintain those 3 lines, 3 lines, 3 lines to about a yard past impact. So about here. So I'm there, there. Again, my head's nice and centred to the white cane as I do this. And again, of course, there's a rotational aspect as well. So in doing part 1 with the lead arm and part 2 with the trail arm, the club comes round behind me. So I set myself in place. I don't go up. I don't try, if I'm hitting along this line, I don't try and go up this line and down along this line. If I'm on this line, I come off it because we swing round the arc. So I've got my 3 lines in place. You can see the flex in the arm. 1, 2, 3 lines. Then from there it comes round behind. Again, hands to hip high and hands to hip high. In order to get there, of course, the body rotates. So I don't just move my arms, because when we actually hit the golf ball, we're going to turn the body. So I'm round, 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 round. But I'm trying to keep those angles in there. So those 3 lines that we had to address, those 3 lines, 1, 2, 3, are there, still there. And as I come through and turn, they're still there. Hard to see face on, but they're still there. And you can see that club is what's called released. So nice light grip pressure, turn, turn, striking the ground just in line with where that ball is. And I'm keeping those angles in there. as I come through. So the structure of the arms, you can see how important that is. Leverage, club shaft, lead arm, hinge in the middle, boom. 1, 2, 3 lines on the trail arm. So now we have to incorporate both hands onto the golf club. So address position, I always seem to start with the trail hand first. There, I've got my 1, 2, 3 lines. Then I add my one line, great, and I'm set. So now that structure there, if I can hold that structure in place from hands at hip high to hip high, then strike's going to be pretty good most times. It's having the ability to feel it with left arm only, right arm only, and then popping it into two hands. But we can do that because all we're going to think about now, this is a magic. We're going to think about when we come from here through to here, we will eventually get there where the club shaft points back towards your body. Now that means the body's turned and the arms have worked together. So if I'm there, the body's turned and the arms have worked together because that shaft points back towards me. Again, right arm on, got my 3 lines, add my 4th line if you like, and then structure, structure. I'm staying nice and centred to that white line, structure, structure. Good. So down the line view you can see the flex in the right arm up here. Lead arm on, maintain, maintain. So now the club comes round behind, hit ball round behind, but the idea from the trail arm, the 3 lines in the trail arm, is the trail arm is still flexed as we hit the golf ball. Now what that does is it gives you what's called right bend. So we now have this right bend, bending, crunching of the right side. So right shoulder and right hip get closer to each other as we strike the golf ball. We do not want to be up here striking the golf ball. So I've set myself, here we go, let me just take my swing. There, see that? You can see there, that's brilliant. Club's gone behind me, at impact I'm there. Right arm still flexed, right bend, so right shoulder's down, left shoulder's high, and then I continue through to my club shaft pointing towards me and my lead hand would be on. There. And of course on the ball, I'm there. Great strike. Great strike. And you can see the consistency, you know, I've got here, I'm hitting the same bit every time. It's exactly the same because I've done the drill to ensure that, but with both arms. Yeah? There we go. There. There. And then of course, from there you add speed. So not necessarily adding length to the swing, just keep it nice and short, but add a little bit more speed. So dynamically, you become more efficient and quicker. So you're going to hit the ball further from still this short motion, so a little bit more snappy. So there, there. So I'm getting it now. You can see through impact I've got my lines, my alignments, my right shoulder is lower than my left, and I've got the trail arm flexed through impact. Now that, to start off any golf swing, if you understand that, you've got a huge advantage of everyone else who's trying to pick this golf ball up and who's casting, who's stuck behind. Just those 2 moves, then incorporate it into both arms on. So left arm there, see how it comes behind me, comes behind, and we talked about the glove points forward because the club's behind me and not gone up. So there, there, staying centred to that white line. Of course the body will move with the club, so there's a little bit of weight shift, but not worrying about that just now. Right hand on, there, again, that weight shifts there, it's just happening, naturally happening. Because my right arm's flexed at impact and my right shoulder is lower than my left. And then both hands on to feel the action. There, there, club shaft points back towards me, there. Then I step on and just hit little straight shots every time. I hope that has been helpful for you. All levels of golfers, if they refine their swing back to that, is going to just neutralise things and just regain composure. Fantastic. EUREKAGolfSwing.com is my website. I'm there. You can contact me there. You can get lessons from me there. You can get into Eureka Golf Swing there, and you can also message me audio or video on there. Also subscribe to this channel. That would be very, very kind. We're close to 100,000 subscribers. Want to get there by Christmas. Let's do that. And also hit the thumbs up button and the like button and just all the buttons. Just hit them all. I'll see you in my next video. Bye bye.